Morning YouTube, welcome to the channel. Today we are down at Brownsville, Oregon. We're staying at a beautiful Airbnb we found for the Stand By Me day, which is actually the 23rd, I think it's Monday. But today is the day we could be down here, so we're celebrating today. This little Airbnb has a nice little deck, beautiful little yard out there. It's a big yard. It's just a little tiny loft right here. But one of the really cool things is right across the street is where the characters from Stand By Me, Gordy LaChance, which is Will Wheaton, and Denny LaChance, which was John Cusack, who really had a very small part in the role, or in the movie. That's where their characters lived, so looks like we're neighbors. They might still live there now, characters. It's a gorgeous day here. Blue skies. I would say it's probably 60s. Very little wind. We're going to walk around today and look at some of the sites, look at some of the areas that filming occurred, and check some of the shops. There's a little park down here that used to have camping in it, but I read that they took away the camping. This weekend they have a vintage camping trailer show, so there was tons of people camping down there last night. So, but down at the park, then there's next to the park there's a big baseball field where on the 30th anniversary we watched the movie, sat out in the field and watched the movie. And down a little farther they have access to the river, so people go down there and float in little, I mean it's not a fast river or deep, but they go and float in little tubes or let the kids play. But we'll go check out some of that stuff today. Last year they had a car show downtown, and I was going to enter my Challenger in this year, but I couldn't find any information on whether it was there or not, so I brought the Challenger. If it's there, maybe I'll see if I can sneak it in, and I'll have to do a quick wipe down because it's really dirty, but we'll see. Other than that, we're just going to walk around and enjoy the town and relax here. This town is great for that. It feels like you kind of step back into the 50s, back into the times of Stand By Me, especially when they do the vintage trailer shows and the car shows, and everybody's just kind of laid back. It's not a coastal town. It's not full of tourists or gay pride. So hopefully we'll just be able to relax and have a good time, and we'll go see some stuff today. What's behind me is the way into town across the bridge that the boys traveled across on their way back home after their trip. You can also see it when I think Charlie Hogan, one of the other guys, is fishing. But still looks exactly the same, except there is car after car after car coming down this way. I don't know how it's still standing. funny story. Right behind me you see Randy's Main Street Coffee. Yes, last year when we came down, All I wanted was a root beer float. And apparently Randy has never heard of a root beer float. Finally, when we described to him what it was, he wanted to charge me $8 for, you know, ice cream and root beer, which he sold there, you know, regularly, but did not understand that you put them together to make a float. This year we were going to try and go in there, but he closed early, so Randy's an asshole. Here we're at the corner where at the end of the movie the boys split up. Corey Feldman's character goes off that way. Gun travel is a part of a man. At night without honor in a savage land. Fast for hire. Vern goes down over here. And walk.
Penny.
And while crossing the street, he finds a penny, and right in the middle of the street, they have a penny embedded in the sidewalk. Neat little details is what makes this town. Over there we have a replica of the treehouse, and we'll walk that way. Apparently I have a citywide garage sale too. Charlie Hogan rode on it last year. And I know Ann and Ryan Wheaton work here. It doesn't look anything like the actual treehouse. I don't know if trapdoor. Farmers market on Thursdays, apparently the craziest times. Apparently they painted this mural for the movie as well. Still doing pretty good. This saloon is where Kiefer Sutherland comes out, and him and the other boy take Will Wheaton's hat.
Hey girls, where you going?
Hey, come on, man. My brother gave me that.
And now you're giving it to me.
Give it to me. Come on, man. That's mine. You a real asshole, you know that?
Ooh.
Early Dawn Bakery is where we had breakfast. Gluten-free stuff. It was really good. Took a little while, but the door says Blue Point Diner, but that's not where it was in the movie. It was actually where that van is, right in the middle of everything.
You want to be the lone ranger of
carpeting, where it was where the garbage cans that Little Eaton shot. You see the outline of the windows on the wall. They've bricked over. So here we are in one of the small neighborhoods in Brownsville. This property was used for the treehouse scene. Behind me you can see the tree with the branch hanging down is where they had the treehouse. The treehouse they took away a while back. They've got a replica downtown, but for now the story I got was the guy that owned it was a fan of the movie, or bought this property as a fan of the movie, so he's not going to do anything with the tree area, which is cool. Built this big house up there apparently, which overlooks the town, and it's I mean, that's pretty respectable. It's a beautiful area. You can kind of, well, when the trees aren't overgrown, you can kind of see all the way downtown. It's a little bit of a walk from the main street, but I mean, that's what you did back then, right? Gordy and Danny LaChance's house is over here. They don't live there anymore. So we're gonna walk by.
The invisible boy.
Without creeping him out, the guy from Total Recall was down there working in the garden at one point. And where we're living is up there for this weekend. It's perfect. It's right across the street. These guys have no idea. And that kid doesn't ride enough bikes. Anyway, it's a beautiful little house. And we're fairly certain that this is the garden they're working in when Wheaton leads out the window and asks for his canteen. I believe it's one of the windows up there, but they had a wedding here last year, so they must do venues and stuff. It's a nice little house. And the park we were at was right over there. Like I said, our place is right up there. So Trisha's Tree House is the Airbnb we stayed at. Freaking awesome so far. Everything's like centrally located. It's just a little walk from the bar downtown. So one of the great things about this town is little shops. This is Harper's Wine House. Michelle is the owner, and she's great. They had tacos today, street tacos that were amazing. I've had Pilsner is the beer that I've chosen, but they have a ton of wines in there. They have root beer. They have I think they had a microbrew in there as well. But I mean, look at this place. Once the traffic dies down, it's just great small town feel. 1920. Treats anything.
The little brochure.
It treats anything. It's some miracle serum back there too. It's like eggs.
There's a barber shop.
There's a examination light / X-ray machine. Yeah, Jack the Ripper may have worked here. Or no, Sweeney Todd worked here, that guy. Jack the Ripper worked in the doctor's office next door. They were buddies. And they played checkers right there. You know, swords or umbrellas. Back in the day, you had to carry one or the other. This is a train car that they have turned into a little movie theater. They show a bunch of different movies, but for Stand By Me, usually on the day, they have a few different showings of the movie in here. It's not super comfortable, but it is unique. Here's an actual hut that was used by the Native Americans. They were much smaller then.